Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon,
Good
children.
afternoon, ma'am.
How are you all? Okay, what have we discussed in the previous class? Anyone can just tell some points from that?
Ma'am, how to read a line or the entire text?
Very good. Yeah, apart from Adrija and Kumari, someone else can say something? In the previous class, what and all we discussed? Anyone else? Yeah, in the previous class, what have we discussed? Have you gone through the video? I have given the link also, but I see only one or two views. Okay. See, we are taking time to, prepare all these things for you children. So just if you go through also, it will, refresh your whatever you have studied. No, whatever you attended in the previous class, it will be beneficial for you. Okay. So yeah, some more people are still joining. Okay, we'll just wait for 1 or 2 minutes and then we will continue with our file handling. Any other doubts in the previous class? If you want to just, if you can share one point what we discussed in the previous class. By the time others are joining, those who are having this network connectivity issue, they can watch through YouTube also. It may be coming. Okay. So yeah. Shall we proceed? Okay, we'll proceed. So, yeah, in the previous class, we have seen what is a file. What is a file? Yeah, children, just we will recap before we proceed to the next file handling examples and all. So, in the previous class, what and all we discussed? We discussed what is a file, what is a file sequence of bytes, okay, and then we discussed what are all the operations, like how to perform the operations. See, in file handling, 3 steps only. 3 steps, that is to do file handling in Python. First one is open, second one is do whatever you want to do, like modification or write operation, read operation, or delete operation, whatever you wanted to do, you perform all the operations and finally close. Even if you do not close, even Python will take care, but it is always a good practice to close the file before we close our program. When the file is closed, what will happen? All the resources that it was already acquired or already it was holding, those resources will be released, so that those resources can be utilized for further usage, like memory or whatever the, see, whatever the storage being occupied when this file is opened, so that see, for read operation, for write operation, some pointers are being allotted to that, isn't it? So all those resources can be released if you close it. Okay, children, are you following? This much is clear. See, and then what are the main operations we do? Open and then all the read, write, whatever operations we do, and then finally we'll close. So simply, whatever the operations we are performing after opening and between closing, between open and close, what are all the operations we are performing? Crude operations. Like see for create. If the file doesn't exist, we cannot open it for read operation. Okay, so first file has to be opened in the uh, write mode or in the append mode, so that the file can be created if the file doesn't exist. Suppose if you don't want to perform write operation, if you do not want to do any append operation, then in which mode we can create a file? X mode. Okay, so if you create a file in X mode, next time if you are trying to open the same file in the X mode, what did we see? In the previous class we have seen now what will happen. See, once the file is opened in X mode, again if you are trying to execute the same code, that is file is opened in X mode, then what will happen? File already exists, so it cannot create once again. Got it, children? So these are all the things we discussed in the previous class, isn't it? Okay, shall we go ahead and see some more operations on text files today? Yes, are you all there with me? Okay, so I will show you so how to go about it. Okay, so now I am opening this Python shell. Yeah. Right. So let me share with you this one. Will be. Yeah, I'll just minimize this so that okay. So now I'm opening the Python shell. Are you all able to see? Okay, let me create one file. Or directly we can create here also. Okay, let me create here. So F is equal to open a file. Open in which mode? Some abc.txt or xyz.txt I'm doing. Okay, xyz.txt. This is the text file. In which mode we are opening? X mode. Okay, so after all the operations, what do we do? F dot close. F is the file object. Clear? Now, I'm not doing anything. Just let me execute and show you. So now source must be saved. Yes. Okay. So this is text file handling in the X mode, right? So text file handling. Okay. Today's first program. Right. What is the error you can see? Can you see any error? Yeah. What is the error? So it is returning a text IO wrapper object, but it has no attribute close. Wait 1 second. Okay. So here close is not an object. Okay. So let me open and see whether xyz.txt exists in this folder. See all the text files we are checking. Are you able to see my screen, children? Yeah. So xyz.txt is created. Got it? So now let me execute the same coding again. Now what happened? File already exists. So once the file already exists, if you are trying to again recreate, then the problem happens with the X mode. So now if the file already exists, what we can do? We can use it for the read operation. Okay, we can use it for the write operation. We can use it for the append operation. We can use it for the modification operation. Okay, children. So now let us read the content. So let me open the file in. Now in which mode we should open? Either R mode or RT mode. We are only reading. So what is the method we use for reading? read is a method which will read the entire content. Okay, so after reading, you wanted to display it on the screen. So whatever the content is obtained, that reader, whatever the reader iterable object is returned from this, if you are displaying that content, then only the content we can see in the output. First, let me remove print. Just let us read. Okay, so whatever it is coming, it returns a value, returns some object. So we have to assign it to another variable so that we can display it in the next level. Are you following, children? So now SC is my content that is read from the xyz.txt, and that content we are displaying using print. Now nothing has come. Why? Is there any content in xyz.txt? Let's open and see xyz.txt. Is there any content here? Where is the content? Here all the text files, right? Yeah. So now let us see xyz.txt. Open. Is there any content in this? Nothing is there. So as nothing is there, we could not retrieve anything in the output. Suppose now I am giving welcome to text file handling. Text file handling in Python. Okay. So let me take it in two different lines. And then this is the end of the text. Okay. End of the file. Now let us execute and see. Got it. So as it is, we got it. Okay, children. So now, if we want to read line by line, so how do we do? If we want to read only first 5 characters or first 3 characters, what are the first 3 characters? W, E, L, isn't it? So now let's execute. Got it? So what did we get? W, E, L is the only output we got. So if you open and see the text file, clear. See here, what is the text file name? xyz.txt. Okay, so now we open the xyz.txt and see what is the content here, WELCOME. Okay, so in this first 3 characters, WEL, this much only we could retrieve. Okay, so now if you want to retrieve line, first line, okay, so now if you here for the read line, whatever parameter you are giving is that is number of lines. Suppose if you want to retrieve 3 lines, but the third line is no more, it is. So whatever either the 3 lines, the occurrence of the maximum number we have given or the occurrence of the end of file reached. Okay, so if that is reached, that much only it will read. Okay, let us see. Read line. So now first let us read one line. First line is retrieved. Okay, if you want to retrieve one more time. Okay, so now what will happen? Suppose t equal to, yeah, I have displayed here. Again, I'll do the same thing. Yes. Copy paste here. Now let us execute. Okay, welcome to text file handling. Okay, now once again we will retrieve one line at a time. Okay, so separated by a line, new line character. Got it. So now nothing else is there, but it is automatically added by one new line character. Okay, children. So here, any doubt here? Read and read line. Okay, now let me ask you to write, to use your brains to think of how do we read up to a certain character. Okay, so up to a given character. Yeah, so here we want to read up to a given character. That is the terminating character we are specifying. We want to read. Here, what have we done? We opened xyz.txt and we read the contents into it, contents already existing in that file to our program. Now, whatever input we give, like during execution time, how you are giving enter a number, so you are giving input none. So that way, if you want to put some content into this file, how do we do that? In which mode we should do? Open either in W mode or in append mode.
Append mode.
Yes, ma'am. So either in write mode or in append mode. If you are opening a file in W mode, if you are opening a file in append mode, what is the difference? Is there any difference?
I'm in write mode. It overwrites, whereas in append mode, the old data is already stored, the new data is again added.
Yeah, very good. So in W mode, what will happen? The file pointer, like so now as we are typing here, we can see the cursor. So suppose if I'm typing here, the cursor is from at the end, so there it will insert, isn't it? So but if you open a file in W mode, the file pointer will be at the beginning of the file. Okay, so if you are opening a file in append mode, then the file pointer will be at the end of the file. So that whatever content we are trying to insert, it will be added at the end. Whereas if you are opening a file in W mode, as the file is at the beginning, isn't it? It will override the content. Okay, so now let me execute this W mode. Okay, so let us read some string. Okay, so how do we read? Input only, na? Okay, input, enter text to be inserted into or to be written into text file. Right. So now whatever the string is there, that I want to write. Okay, f dot write. Okay, so I can use write row. After that, this file is opened in write operation. So let us close that. Oh, yeah, okay. Let us close it. And then let's open to read the contents once again. So in which mode I have to open? Open the file in the read mode. Okay, so now after opening it, you read the content and display it. Okay, fine. So that whatever we have written into the file, whether it is copied into the file or not, we will come to know. Okay, so now let me execute. Yeah, enter text to be written to the text file. See, hello everyone. Okay, so hello everyone, I have entered. Now let us open the text file and see. Previously we had welcome to file handling. Now hello every only is there. Okay, so now let us open this text xyz.txt and see what is there. What happened to previous content? It is and all, it is overwritten, like your memory, no? So once you have deleted it and you have written some other file, the previous file is no more existing, isn't it? The same manner, whatever the previous content is there, that is gone, and only whatever the new content we have written, that is there. In which mode is this happening? In which mode? Are you all following? So in which mode? In W mode. Okay, let me add some more text. Okay, enter text to be added to the text file. Now let us execute. Everyone, file handling is in Python is fun. Okay, just I have given this. So now you can see how much content is there. Previously, hello every only I have entered. Now I have added something. So this addition is taking place because we opened the file in append mode. Append means insertion at the end. Okay, so remember this. Now let's open and see the contents of the file. Text file, clear? Now xyz.txt, open. And if you open, see here, hello everyone, file handling in Python is fun. Got it, children? So now whatever the output was there or whatever the input we are giving, if you want to store, then we use file handling. So in file handling, basically we use the methods open, read, write, close. Okay, so open method, when you are using, first parameter is a file name with a proper extension. If the file is somewhere in some other directory, give the absolute path. Absolute path is from the C drive or D drive, from where till that every folder path is there. Na? So that entire path you give. If you wanted this file in your current working directory, that is in the present directory, no need of giving any absolute path. It will automatically take the relative path and it will place that file into the current working directory only. Okay. So now, so for any doubt here, have you all practiced? Okay, right. So let us open this same file in the RT mode. What do you mean by RT? T is for what? WT, RT, AT. What is the T? T is text file only. So RT and R are same. Okay, if you want to cross check it, okay, I'll execute and show you. See now what is that? See, whatever now I will write, only dot I'm entering. Okay, that dot is added to the previous content. Got it, children? So now in every case of mine, it is taking only backslash n. That is when I press enter, it stopped taking. No, I do not want backslash n as my terminating character. I wanted to read up to a particular character. How to perform that? How do we do that? We want to read a string, okay, as long as that character is not a, like suppose if every paragraph ends with a some operator, some dot, every sentence ends with a dot. Okay, till I press dot, it should continue to take. Here what is happening, as much as I'm entering also, but if I press enter, it stops taking, isn't it? But I want to give input to the file, that is I wanted to, whatever I'm giving through the console, it should be copied to the file till I press a particular key. For example, one hyphen. Okay, so otherwise one dot. So till dot it should read. Then how do we do that? Just think of how do we do that? See here, enter text up to, enter text up to a certain character. Okay, so that is for example, here we are here. Here up to a certain character, that is dot. Okay, dot तक लेना है, ठीक है? So up to dot. Then okay, so in that case, what should I do? I have to read character by character, isn't it? Okay, and check every character first.
Ma'am, we're not able to see the coding part.
Yeah, everyone is facing the same problem. My screen sharing is on only.
Ma'am, the coding which you're doing, we are not able to see that.
You're not able to see in the sense color is not visible or something like that, or some part of the code is visible, something like that.
Ma'am, the output is visible, but the coding which you're doing, that is not visible.
Okay, let me share once again. This file name is text. Okay, so here I will do this one here. Text file h1.c. Yeah, now once again I will share. Okay, so now I'll open once again idle. Yeah, idle is open now. Okay, now are you able to see, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Now what is the file name? Text file, na? Text file 1. This one, today's 15th May. Yeah. Oh, this is the file we have done, isn't it? Okay. So now we will be reading the character. So initially we haven't read any character, null character. So while this character is not equal to, what is that, dot? Okay. So we keep reading the character is equal to, so input, whatever the input we are giving there at the console. Okay, so now that character we are just, okay, so now take the last character of the input. Last character, how do we get? -1, isn't it? Okay, so if that character is not equal to dot, again we will be keep reading, keep taking the input. Okay, so and adding to the previous content, isn't it? Okay, and finally,
Ma'am, we are not able to see the coding which you're doing right now.
everyone is facing the same problem. 1 second, I will show. 1 second, I will stop sharing here. Is there any problem with this? Now, are you able to see? Now, are you able to see, Kumari?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you are able to see the content also, na?
No, ma'am. It is blank. Python shell is open, but the coding which you have done, that has not been able to.
What about Vignesh? Are you able to see the coding?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So okay, Zoom sharing, I thought okay that entire application will be shared, but it is taking one window only. But anyway, so now we can go through this, right? See here I have done the coding up to tilde operator is pressed. Okay, so suppose if you want to do up to dot, okay, dot operator, dot is pressed. So now what have I done? First I opened the text file. So here my text file is xyz.txt, and I opened it in the write mode. Whatever the content I'm reading from the console, I wanted to write it onto the text file. Okay, so now I have taken the input. After taking the input, I am writing that content, so that, yeah, immediately I'm writing that content. And after writing that content, what is, I am reading it from the end. Okay, so what is the last character? Okay, so if that last character I'm taking again into yes. And now if that last character is not equal to dot, so continue taking input and add that immediately write that content to the yes. Okay, so now if the yes last character is -1, will give you the last character, isn't it? So that last character again I'm taking into yes. Okay, so I'm just this print is for the sake of understanding only. I've just given the print. What was that last character? Now let us execute and see. Are you able to see this screen, output screen? No, I wait. I will share this. Zoom is taking only one window at a time, isn't it? Yeah. New share. So now I did. Now are you able to see ma? Type
Yes, ma'am.
file, press tilde operator. Tilde. I have to change that print statement. Previously I've done for tilde operator. Yeah. Now, so we are giving input up to certain keys pressed. So welcome. Okay. So give me, yeah, text file handling. Okay, in Python, still it is taking. See, you can see my prompt has not come. That idle prompt has not come in Python using. Okay, so using write mode. Okay, and something like that. Okay, so now I just press dot. What will happen? Stop taking, isn't it? So here, because I have given here print statement after everything, it may be confusing for you. First let me remove those print statements. Okay, so here after writing, yeah, this one I don't want it to show you, this one also I don't want. Now let me execute once again and yeah, now let me show you this idle screen shell. Yeah, so now we are entering. Welcome to Python programming using this is text file handling, just like that, something and all. You can see some text we are giving as input, but whether it is taking or not. In the previous case, what happened when we pressed enter, it stopped taking. Now I have given a specific character as a terminating character. Actually there is no existing file, but we are using our own intellect and we are using our brain, and we have devised some coding for reading up to a specific character. Okay, so text file handling is fun. Now I press dot. Now what will happen? You can see file content saved, finished. It is no more taking the content because my terminating character is reached. So now let me explain you how have I done this. Yes, so first we have read the character. Okay, first null character or nothing is there in the yes, so it is not equal to dot, isn't it? So as long as it is not equal to dot, it keep reading. You take the input. Okay, so whatever input you have given, that is there in the yes. Okay, right. So now that yes, I have added one new line character, so that after pressing any enter key and all, so when we are writing, no, that new line character also will be written into the file. And then yeah, and then see now whatever the last character, from the last character in the reverse way, I've read the entire string. See, if you want to see here, if you want to print and see only that character, I just want to print. So yes is now what is that last character of whatever we have read. Okay, so in that current line, whatever we have read, from there we have captured only the last character. If that last character, again after this we are going back and checking whether that character is dot or not. If it is not equal to dot, again take the input, and whatever the input we are giving, we append it to the, we are adding it to the, we are writing it to the file. Okay children, so now let us execute and see. Are you able to see? Yeah, so here text file for the same same line I copied and pasted, but still it is taking. Okay, so yeah, press dot, press dot. Okay, dot over. So now if you open the file and if you see the content, what is that file name? xyz.txt, isn't it? So now my txt files. Okay, so are you able to see my txt file? Or again I have to do screen sharing? Okay, are you able to see, ma? Type text file for, press tilde operator as a rightmost character for exit, and whatever I have entered. So press dot. That dot also is copied here. Okay. So any doubt here? Any doubt? Yeah, this read operation and reading up to a specific character. Okay, so reading up to a specific character.
Ma'am, when we had put the dot at the end.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, but if suppose in the second line we had written 3 letters and then put a dot and then continue writing letters.
In second, sorry.
Ma'am, suppose welcome to Python program dot file is
Okay.
and then we press the enter button. Then
I didn't get you. Welcome to Python program.
Ma'am, whatever welcome to Python program dot file handling is fun. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Welcome to okay, file content saved. Let's open and see. Dot as a terminating character. If it is at the end only, it will take. If it is in between, it will be keep reading only, because we are taking that the string's last character. If that string, entire string is read, so in that string, if the last character is dot, then only we are terminating. Okay, so if in between a dot is there, we are not traversing through each and every character. That you can do that also. Okay, so try that. Yeah. So, so this you can think of as a homework. Got it? So here what I have done is, if the terminating character, if the text is ended by dot, then that should be terminated. Okay, so in between dot I haven't considered. here you can see, I have taken the complete input. I have written that into a file, and then I have taken the last character. That last character, if it is dot, if it is not dot, then again I'm continuing. Got it, child?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it. So here my question here, what I have done is, in the line, if that line is terminated by dot, then stop further reading. Okay. So see, dot is pressed as, see, I have mentioned here clearly, pressed as the rightmost character. Okay, so in between, if dot is pressed, that means in that case you will be reading one character at a time, and you are checking if that character is not equal to dot, then you have to write into the file. Okay, so that you will take it as a homework. If you are facing problem, then again we will be discussing. Okay, child. So now let us go forth and see some more operations, some more read operations. Yeah, this is just now we have seen. Okay, so some more operations on the text file handling we will do. This we have done in the last class. Otherwise I'll take from here. So here all the programs already we have done here. Na? So from here I will be taking read operation we have done. See now, see in the syllabus, as per the syllabus, types of files, text file, binary file, CSV file we discussed. Text file, basic operations on text file like opening a file using absolute path or relative path, and the mode. Now we have seen, right? And if you want to display the mode, which attribute of file object we use? File object dot mode. Okay, so now closing the text file we have done. Reading and manipulation of the data from the text file, that is reading we have done. Now appending we have done data into the text file. Standard input on output and error streams that we'll see in the next class. Okay, we'll do some more operations on the text files today. Okay, so here file whose contents can be viewed using a text editor is called a text file. ASCII characters, Unicode, UTF last week we have seen. Okay, right. So now open method, then yeah, open, then opening the file in the read mode. If the file doesn't exist, what is the error you will get? No such file or directory exists. Okay, if the file already exists, if you do not want to see this error, what you can do is you can put into try finally block, okay, or try exception block, and so that you can give your own error name, or you can give a print message whenever such error happens. Okay, right. Next we have closed the file. Okay, now we have performed some read write operations. Okay, so now R is read mode, A is append mode, W is write mode, X is create mode. All these four and multiplied by these three, that is RT, RB, R plus. These are the three modes. AT, AB, A plus. Three more. WT, WB, W plus. So that is, in addition to these characters, these four modes, we can specify T, B plus followed by them. So B for binary files, plus for additional operations. R plus is not only read, we can update also. A plus not only append, we can do some more modifications in the file also. W plus also similarly. So X plus also. Got it? So right. Now text file handling, open, close, reading, writing data as per the syllabus, then manipulation of data. Now we have to do, see this also we have executed and we have seen. This much we have seen in the previous class, how to get the attributes, what is the file name, how to display those things at the console. Yeah. So now what is the file here? F is the file object I have created using the file xyz.txt, and this file opens the file in append mode. Okay. So now let us see. Now file is just opened. I haven't closed. So then what will happen? So this is attributes of files. File attributes. Okay. Now you can see the attributes here. So file dot closed, no, it is false. So it is in which encoding? CP1252. And then which mode? A plus mode. Are there any new lines? Okay, no. And then what is the file name? xyz.txt. Okay, these are all the file modes. Now let's go forth and see. Open read over. So reading only first line, reading only first character. Okay, so then we have closed. Okay, so now if the file, okay, right, so if a file object is created, what is its type? Generally any object in Python, if it is an integer, we are getting the type, data type as int, right? So what is the type of f? What is the type of f? What type of object is it? If you are opening in the read mode, what type of object? If you are opening in the W mode, what type of object? If you are opening in the append mode, what type of object? Let us see. Okay, so now let me execute. What is, yeah, right. So now what is the type of object here? So you can see IO, text IO wrapper. Okay, so text IO wrapper object. Now if the file is opened in W mode, now what type of object is it? Same thing, text IO wrapper only. If it is opened in append mode, okay, IO wrapper, input output wrapper. Okay, fine. So now if it is opened in R plus mode, got it? So these are all text modes, right? So if it is opened in RB, that is reading a binary file, buffer reader. So what is the type here? Buffer reader. See, buffer reader has no encoding object. Encoding is for text file only. Got it? This is buffer reader. So if it is opened in WB mode, B, whenever we are using the binary mode, then this error will, because when we are performing encoding, that is not a part of a binary file, so you will get this error. Next one is append mode. Okay, appending in the binary file.
Ma'am, can you explain why did we get error in buffer reader?
Because this is a binary file, only for text files that encoding is applicable. Okay, this is binary file. See, when we opened a file in binary mode, that is a buffer. See, it is a binary reader is taking in the form of images as images only, audio as audio, or video as video, like integers as integers. It is not converting into text, isn't it? Okay. So that encoding, whatever we are using for the text files, ANSI encoding, UTF encoding, that is not applicable here. So here, this will not work out. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so these attributes are only for the text files. Got it? New lines, at new lines, and that what is the encoding, they are only for the text files. Got it, child? So encoding is
Ma'am, in binary, in binary files, it is not text file. That's the reason it is not able to execute.
sorry, in binary files?
Ma'am, this is applicable only for text files.
Which one? Encoding and
Encoding and new line.
Yeah, they're applicable for text files. See, in binary files, what will happen? Object by object, it is stored. Object must be having, like for example, if we have collection of students, okay, so in that student, we have roll number, we have name, we have marks in different, see, all of them are of the same format. No, no, roll number is having a number, isn't it? Name is in the form of characters, that is textual information, whereas the percentage calculation and all, they're all having some other arithmetic operations, isn't it? So the format in which it is stored is also for performing arithmetic operations, isn't it? See, now if we have stored something in a notepad, if you have typed, okay, so xyz.txt we are doing now. So in that notepad, okay, here even if we see that number is there, xyz.txt, okay, something here. So here, if I'm having some number, this is not 1234, it is 1234. That is, every digit also is having 1 byte. Okay, so when it is stored in the memory, it is not stored as a 1234, it is stored as 1234. Clear, children? So this format, this encoding is for the text file, it is entirely different. See, if you have opened an Excel, so when you are performing sum, that is, sum is applicable for only numerical data, isn't it? So if you are performing on a character data, that is your names and all, if you are performing sum, do we get the sum there? No, no. So that kind of file, see, like for example, that Excel kind of file, okay, that is a binary file, it is not a textual file. Got it, child? So if it is textual information, so then only we will be having that UTF encoding, ASCII encoding or ANSI encoding, in which encoding it is stored. Okay, in binary, whatever the format of that object is there, as it is stored, and as it is, we have to retrieve. Okay. So,
Ma'am,
yeah,
in
all
text
these
file
things,
it is,
yeah.
in text file it is stored as 1234, but whereas in binary it is stored as 1234.
Yeah. If you have taken it as a number, not as a string. If you have taken it as a string, that is, if you have used a single inverted commas, like in SQL, so when you are doing number format, we will not enclose in inverted commas, isn't it? If in SQL, when we are using strings, we enclose in inverted commas, character format. Got it? Okay, we will be doing binary files. Okay, binary files we will be seeing. Okay, so before we go for the binary files, okay, so we will be seeing some more operations on the text files, and then we'll go to binary file. Is it okay? Yeah, when we deal with the binary files, then you will have little more clarity. Okay, child. So now, so read line function is used to read how many lines? 1 line at a time. Okay. So now if you want to read one line separate, if you want to read the content separated in lines, okay, with a new line character, then how do we read? See, now we wanted to perform read operation on the right. So now I will take one more new file. Let me close this file, f.close. So using loop, that is because whatever content is there in the f, that is f is an IO wrapper object. That object is iterable. Iterable means we can traverse through by taking a loop. Okay, so that is, now we can see file iteration. Okay, iteration I'm doing. No such file, demo file.txt. xyz.txt. Okay, now you can see now. So one line at a time we are able to read through a loop also. How many, as much as the content is there, if you still we reach the end of file, we can iterate through. See now, for example, if this is the content of my text file, so now how many lines are here? 4 lines. Let me open the text file and insert some text into the text file as xyz.txt. Okay, so here, yeah, here previously 2 lines are there, now 4 lines are there. So this is text file, you can see the difference. Okay, this is text file, this is Python file. Okay, now let me execute. Now the same content, now you can see every line is read and automatically terminated by a new line when you are traversing through, when you are applying a loop over there. Okay, so when you are reading through a for loop or something like that, if you want to read, okay, one line at a time, then you can use a for loop also. Because see, every time we may not we do not know how many lines of text is there in that. So if you are knowing that only first line you are reading, then you can use read line. Got it? So again, second line, if you want to get this, last week I asked you to do homework, right? Homework in the sense, think of to how to read a second line. So now how can we do? See, for x in f, take a count how many lines are there. So wherever that count is 2, that line only you can display. Or second line only we want means, or some fifth line we want means. Got it? So here we can have a count on this. Initially count is 0. Okay, so now count, once we entered here, that is count equal to 1. So count is incremented. So if the count is 1 or if the count is 3, only that line you want to display. After displaying, you do not want to display anything else, break the loop. Okay. If you want to retrieve only third line from the given text file. Now you can see only third line is displayed from the text file. Got it, child? So now let us open and see the contents of the text file xyz.txt. You can see what is the third line here. Here that space and then print text. This is the third line, isn't it? So now let me show you output. The output, we got it or not? Third line only we are able to read. Okay. So if you want to read only fourth line or whatever the line number you want. See, count plus karte raho, whatever the line number is that line. So fifth line is there. Fifth line is not there at all. We will come out of the okay, we will come out of the loop already. Already we have come out of the loop because the file has reached to the end of file. So count plus equal to 5 condition will never be true. Already we have come out of this loop. So file is closed. No more operations. Okay. So if the count is within the number of lines.
Can you explain again this program?
Yeah. See. Now, what is our criteria? What is our aim here? So, this program is to read only a specified line. Read only a specified line with the number, line number with the whatever is given. That line only we want to read. Okay. So, for example, here that is to read only third line of a given text file. Got it, child? So only third line we want to read. So what have we done? First open the file for performing read operation. Then initially how many lines were read? Nothing we have read, right? So take a count 0 initially. Now traverse through the file object. So for I in F or X in F something, okay, some iteration we are taking. So as every this for loop will give you, that is one iteration will take one line from the file. Okay, so for X in F, X is what here? X is 1, line. Okay, so now one line is read from this file. If we entered into the for loop, that means one line is read. So count is incremented. Count is now 1, it is not 0 because we read one line. And if that count is, what is the line we want to read? Third line. So that count is 3. No. So we will not be entering into this if block. So we'll continue with the next iteration. So as the second line is read, still there is a content in the file. So count is incremented. Now count value is 2. Okay. So now if count equal to 3, condition fails. No. So we will not enter into this if block. We'll come back to the for loop. Next iteration, that is next line is read from the file. What is the next line? That is third line is print x is there in that xyz file. Okay. So in the xyz file, print x is there. Na? Third line is also read. Now count became 3. Right. Count equal to 3, condition true or false? True. So if it is true, what is the present x? That is, what is the present line we read? X, no. So that x is displayed and we do not want to read further more. So break the loop. Come out and close the function. Close the file object. Clear?
Ma'am, in Python, X is taken as a new.
What x is taken as?
X is taken as a line in the text file.
Okay. Let me show you once again. Yeah. File iteration 1. So here, okay, forget about all these things. So this count also forget about. So now using this, if we are printing print x, what do we get? Print x, if I am doing, what do we get?
And the entire file.
So in the XYZ, whatever content is there, line by line, are we getting or not?
Got it.
Okay. So that is this iterable object. So we can use in an iteration, that is in a loop. So this is the content of XYZ. Okay. So we got the output first line as the first line. Okay, child. And second line and retrieve, third line retrieve, fourth line retrieve. All are terminated by one more new line character. Okay. So because we are using the iteration, that iterable object will take one line at a time, then it terminates a line. Got it? So now, yeah. So here we read each and every line using the iteration. Clear, ma? So, but all lines we don't want. We want only third line. So that is the reason just I am taking a count equal to 0. So here, with the count, along with the count, if I am displaying the first line, that is second line, like that, if I want to display. Okay. So comma. Okay. So comma x. Here count badate rahna first line. Once we entered into the loop means that is one line is read. So count badate rahiye. So till we reach to the end of the file. Now let us execute. With the line number, we got the output. Okay. Along with the line number, we got the output. Is it clear? So now we want to only display the particular line. Display only that particular line. Is this one only. So this one count is 1, first line also displayed, second line also displayed, third line also displayed. So if my count is only 3, then only display that line. Otherwise don't display. Okay. So even if you are not using break, it will continue till the end of the file. Got it? We got only third line. But here, why I am using break is, further once I have reached to the third line, I do not want to continue reading the other lines in the file. whatever content I required, that is reached, isn't it? So I'll break here. Got it, child? समझ में आ गया? Okay, so this is how we can read whatever the line we want to read. Suppose, see, हमारा ये file में ना only 4 lines are there. Suppose if I given a count 5, what will happen? Already I have come out of the file for loop. This loop will iterate only those many number of times. How many number of times? How many lines of content is there in the file? So how many lines of content is there in the file? Only 4 lines of content is there, isn't it? So after the 4 lines reading is complete, there is no more content in the file. So this for loop fails, isn't it? So that is, we already reached to close. Okay, so this count equal to 5 condition will never be true in that case, because the content is only 4 lines. So what is the output you are getting here? Nothing. Are you able to see? Nothing is there. Did you all understand? Hello children, are you all there? Only 8 participants. Okay, those who are facing problem in connecting to Zoom or anything, see whatever now I have here explaining, that and all is being streamed in the YouTube. Okay, you can see there also. Hope it is streaming.
Got, ma'am.
Yes, no? Okay, children. So now any other doubt here? See now how to read word by word. Got it? Now we have done line by line. So now next we will be reading word by word. So there is in file handling in Python, there is a function called split. Split function we can use to split the given line into words. See now, let me take save as. Word count we will do. How many words are there? Okay, so word count.py. Now, yeah, so count of words. Na? So now what should I do? Split. Just first let me display and show you, then we will proceed counting. Okay, so print x dot split. Okay, so x को हमने क्या कर रहे हैं? Split कर रहे हैं. Got it? So now what happened? Any print is the print x dot split. So what happened? So f is one word, equal to is another word, open is another word. Got it? So this entire open either jagah space nahi tha na, nowhere space. So this entire thing is one word. That is in the first line. Next line, for is another word, x is another word. So everywhere, wherever space is there, that separator is there. So that is a word. Got it? So now print x is another word, f dot close is another word. समझ में आ गया? Hello, are you all there? Kumari, समझ में आ गया? तारक राम?
Yes, ma'am. Got it. Got it.
आकाश, आकाश समझ में आ गया ना? स्प्लिट क्या करेगा? स्प्लिट आपको पूरा फाइल को, मतलब इधर x के ऊपर हमने स्प्लिट किया था ना, so on that x when we are applying split, that entire line is split into words. That is list of words. Okay, so now let us do some r equal to f. We are doing the entire read operation, f dot read. Okay, so whatever we got, if we are displaying that is R को split करके दिखाएंगे, ठीक है? So now we will be displaying that entire reader object. Now you can see the entire file content is split. Line by line, if you want to split, take a iteration. Okay, for loop. Then line by line, every line will become a list of words. Suppose if you want to read the entire content together as a single string and split, then f dot read and split. Okay, so now as it is a split, as it is already split into words, okay, so whatever the word you want to retrieve, okay, how can you retrieve? It is now in the form of list only. Can we do that or not? So now if I want to display the, yeah, R dot split I am giving to words. Okay, words equal to this. So words में पहले word कौन सा है? So I can display it or not? Name words is not defined. Okay, so here words. Okay children, so now first word क्या था file में? F था ना? In xyz.txt. Got it? You got the output. You can see F is there. Got it? So if you want to display only fifth word, okay, so you can display in that file fifth word. Got it? So here one important board question is, you may be asked to find how many he, how many she are present in the given text file. Okay, how many he or how many she are present in the given text file? How do we do that? To count a particular word. So he, okay, so in the given text file. Now xyz.txt is there. Open. कुछ text. I will be adding some text here. xyz.txt में. Yes, instead of this. Okay, so give me some text. Some text where he is something is there. Okay, otherwise, okay. Created a man. Okay, so then he is an amazing creation. Okay, so then he was enjoying God's creation in its fullness. Something. Okay, right. So let me show you text in the begin. God who created universe in the beginning created a man. Okay, so now he is an amazing creation. He was enjoying God's creation in its fullness. Something like that I typed. Okay, are you following? So now let me save this content here. How many he are there? 1, 2 only he, isn't it? So now let us count how many he's are there in this. Okay, so now after splitting, take a loop for I in words. Okay, so if I equal to, what is that? He, then count. So what is the initial count here? Count initially is 0 before entering into the for loop. Now print the occurrence of he in the given file is how many times? Count number of times. Got it? So now you see, for I in word, words, I gave the, okay, right. So now let me execute once again. The occurrence of the he in the given file is how many times? How many times, children? 2 times. Now see, you can open and see also what is that xyz.txt. See here, in this is my entire text. In this text, how many times he is there? Okay, suppose if you want to count how many times in word is there in this. Okay, if you want to count how many times in is there. So this he over. Now suppose if you want to count, what are we supposed to do? You can take count equal to 0. Already occurrence of word in. Any special character escape sequence I can use, isn't it? Okay, right. In the given text file. Now, how many times in is there? 2 times. Got it, children? Akash, समझ में आ रहे हैं? Tarak, are you following? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this was the question every year. Though it is a C++ language, I'm telling you, in file handling, these are the repeated questions. Like, you know, up to a specific character, or how many A's are there in the given text file, or how many dots are there. Like that, you may be asked to count, or how many vowels are there, how many alphanumeric characters are there, how many digits are there. Okay, so this and all you should practice a lot, because that is one of those questions is compulsory in your board examination. Got it, children? So this is very, very important. That's the reason I've shown you. See how to count the given word, occurrence of a given word. Okay, so you can split the entire text into list of words, and then wherever that word is matching, take a count of it. So that will give you the frequency. Instead of using the unknown modules which are not included in your syllabus, this is the best way of doing it. Okay, children, any other doubts? So today, what and all we learned today? Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can we delete any word?
We cannot directly delete actually. So in the notes also I mentioned it. We cannot directly delete. Okay. So if you want to delete, no. Delete in the sense in the file you are doing that delete operation, isn't it? So some content only we are deleting. And then what we can do is, without that we can copy into another file, and then rename that file as this one by deleting that file. Okay, there is no direct approach to delete, but we can do that. Okay, any other doubts what Kumar is doing? Is he preparing for computer science exam?
For competitive as well as CS.
Okay. Wish him all the best. So, but he should sometimes let him also do this. Both of you together, if you practice, no, if you discuss and practice, it will be more beneficial for you. Okay, because even his exam also will be there in July first week, no? Yeah. Any other doubts?
Ma'am, what is the disadvantage? Ma'am, what is disadvantage if you don't put close?
Yeah, what will happen, no? See, this is a small program. Automatically, whatever through coding, whatever we have done, through coding only, if we release those resources. See, what is that file xyz.txt? That file is opened or not? See, now I opened all the files. When I'm trying to shut down, what will happen? So on, so file is not allowing you to shut down. You will get a message or not? Without saving, some files are open in your computer, and if you're trying to shut down, what will happen? So and so file is not allowing to shut down. Why? That file is open, so it is holding some computer resources. Okay, so for that memory is allotted. Processor also is waiting. Maybe the processor may be thinking that, yeah, this file has to do some more tasks, so it may be waiting. Okay, so it will be blocking the other tasks, isn't it? In Python, no, once you shut down, once you close your Python application, so this will automatically close your files. But in case, so sometimes what will happen if the file is still open, so that is like unused only, that location we cannot use, that memory we cannot use. So for always to have a optimal utilization and efficient uses of the resources, better whatever you used, you release them. Okay. So then when we are doing through our program itself, once it is closed, that means once this file, whatever the memory it is occupying, that xyz.txt is open through this file. So it may create some abnormal programs, isn't it? That abnormal terminations and all we can avoid. समझ में आ गया ना? So we need not abort forcefully. So that is, see, if someone is, always, no, it is not good that someone forces you to do something, isn't it? So if you are coming out voluntarily and if you are giving space to others for voluntarily, it is always a good practice, isn't it? The same manner here also, it is always a good practice. Once your program is over, you close it. Okay, so what have we done? Open, and whatever operations we want to do, everything we performed, completed, and then we closed. Okay, children. So any other doubts? I think here I'll stop because it is 3:28. Okay. So any other things to be discussed, we will be discussing in the next class. Okay, let's, yeah, Adrija is there. Adrija, any doubts, ma? Prarthana, are you following? Arindam, kaise ho? Are you all following? Okay, so any other doubts in today's discussion, whatever doubts you have, you can ask. Otherwise, I will close here.
Ma'am, what if we want to execute letter by letter?
Yeah, try, no. Now we have split into words, no. So that you try. Okay, if you are not getting, then see, like a new line by line I explained you now, which line to be read. So the same manner I will explain you in the next class. Okay, try. First you try, ma. Letter by letter also we have to do. Then only we can check, no. So where to see, I have just given you one sample coding here, na? So to terminate, that is the line terminated by dot we have done, right? So we have taken a loop in the similar way. So you can try with the character by character. Tarak?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I have uploaded that PDF format, Adrija. Yeah, ma. So that PDF notes, both the .py file and .pdf file, both I have uploaded notes in the Moodle Cloud. Okay, I'll be uploading this file handling other, what is that, PPTs also, and this videos also in the Moodle Cloud. Okay, Tarak, any other doubts? Akash? Akash Tanvar?
No, ma'am.
Akash? Okay, so shall we wind up here? Yeah, as you keep practicing, no. So if you even see the old papers of computer science from the CBSE, file handling questions are there. Their question you can take. Okay, the same question, but we will be doing using Python. That time they have done using the C++. Then it may help you. Old question papers of computer science are there, no? So there is compulsory that text file handling, binary file handling, and moving the file pointer through the and file attributes. different modes. These are the 5 important concepts you have to focus on file handling. Okay, children, then take care. Good day. So practice a lot. And what are the assignments I have given? There are so many programs also I am giving you. That PDF I am sharing with you in the Moodle Cloud. You keep practicing.